or facing other issues. This whole year has been an extremely challenging year for, I would say, all of us. Right? It has been an extremely challenging year. Now, what do we do about this, right? One thing we have to realize is change is something which is a constant, right? Change is the only thing that is constant. Everything changes. So what do we do? Right? So what we have to do is we have to adapt and change with change. So when things around us are changing, when things around us are being extremely difficult, we have to adapt and we have to change ourselves. Right? And one thing I have always realized is that when things are really difficult, when you feel that it is really tough, this is the time when most of us dig deep down inside ourselves and realize who we are, what is our true potential. Right? When things are tough, we look inside and we innovate sometimes. Especially when things are really tough, we are forced to innovate. And when all of this is done and dusted, we come out better because of the innovation, because we have dug down deep within ourselves and we have found innovative methods to cope up with whatever we are going through. Right? Otherwise, what happens is that when everything is hunky-dory, when everybody is happy, we become complacent. We are happy with whatever that is happening. Right? So we become complacent. When you become complacent, there is no innovation, there is no growth. I'm not saying that everybody is like that, but most people, when things are going steady, things are constant, okay, then things become boring. You become complacent, things become boring. When things become boring, you spend your time, effort doing unnecessary things because you're bored. You have nothing else to do, right? So you start doing unnecessary things. You waste your money doing unnecessary things. Okay, you waste your health doing unnecessary things. Time waste is like crazy, right? A lot of people just waste time. I used to be the same thing, right? I used to waste a lot of time. So when you are complacent, you just waste time doing unnecessary things. But when things are difficult, that is the time when you dig down deep and bring out some innovation. And trust me, this innovation is going to take you places. It has always happened to me. Always happened to me. So during this lockdown, when we started this lockdown, I told all of you, okay, when this lockdown is happening, when the lockdown started, this is the time you utilize the lockdown to do something productive. What can we do productive? Right? You have to think. For everyone it is different. What can we do productive during this lockdown so that after lockdown, because lockdown is not going to be forever, after lockdown we come out with something really innovative which is going to make us really, really successful. Right? I hope all of you have done something about this. One of the key things was, okay, anyway you are locked down. So you have so many bad habits, or I would say not so good habits. Right? All of us, including myself, right? All of us have got some bad habits, or what we say as not so good habits. Okay? So it is a good time to eliminate those bad habits or not so good habits. Now eliminating those bad habits is not easy. Eliminating those bad habits can be only done when it is being replaced by some good habits, okay, which will help you to become successful. Right? So when this replacement happens, then those bad habits can be eliminated. Right? So it's a slow process. So you have some bad habits or not so good habits. You replace it with some good habits. So the good habits become more, bad habits slowly starts reducing. Now, one of the guaranteed good habits is what? Big question, huh? One of the guaranteed good habits. Everybody's smiling. Come on, all of you know, right? One of the guaranteed good habits is to do yoga. Right? Yoga, meditation. This is a guaranteed good habit. There are so many other good habits also. Okay, reading good books, not novels, not romance novels. So reading good books, it's all good habits. So let's say in our context, it is yoga. Right? Now, if you have been diligent in your yoga practice, in your meditation practice, I guarantee one thing. That is, when you come out of this lockdown, you will have clarity of thought, clarity of vision. You will know exactly what you have to do. Right? But that is only if you have been regular. We had one whole year. And if you have been practicing meditation diligently for the last whole year, I guarantee you that you will have clarity of thought. Okay, you will know exactly which direction to take, because this lockdown is going to stop, it is going to end, and you will be galvanized, okay, into success. Right? Your process or this, you will be successful if you have been doing what we have been telling you all the time. Do yoga, do meditation. So meditation is one part. If you're doing your yoga, naturally you should have eliminated a lot of unhealthy, health issues. Just imagine that. I had one guarantee, right? If you have been doing yoga daily for like a year plus, okay, if you are having unnecessary diseases like diabetes, blood pressure and all that, will definitely reduce. You will be in a much better shape now. You still have time, right? Maybe the lockdown is going to be there for more. We don't know. We still have time. So a lot of health issues can also be eliminated, right? And this is something which I have told all of you. I am a person who has experienced it myself. Right? So whenever I have been faced with hard problems, only then I have improved. Otherwise, I like to go party and have fun. When I was a kid, not now. Okay. So whenever I have faced with serious issues, I have done exactly this and I have come out better. Right? When I was 16, I had a serious back injury. Some of you have heard the story. Right? I had a serious back injury. I could not even walk when I was 16. And that is the time I discovered yoga. Right? And I never looked back. I never stopped even for a single day. I fixed my back issue within 3 months. And never ever stopped doing yoga. That was all physical yoga, right? I like to do all the nice asanas and all that. That was physical yoga. I thought that was enough. Then another disaster had to hit me on my head to realize that I have to do something else. So in Dubai, I started the business 2007, 2008, recession happens, big financial issues around. Okay, so then naturally I started meditating. Till that time I was not meditating. So something had to hit on my head. Right? Yeah? Okay. There is something missing. Meditation. Right? So what I'm telling you is, whenever hard things hit you, especially hard knocks on your head, right, we are forced to innovate. And trust me, this innovation is going to take you places, to a much, much, much better place. Okay? And I'm telling this from my own experience. Now, we have a saying in yoga, right? So Geetu is smiling when I'm saying this, but still. So we have a saying in yoga that we are metamorphically like the little worm. You remember the worm? Metamorphically. Like the little worm who goes into the cocoon, and the cocoon is a lockdown. Right? The worm goes into the cocoon, stays in the cocoon for some time. In our case, 1 year. Right? 1 year in the cocoon. Right? And finally the cocoon has to break. Right? Cocoon has to break, and then what happens? There comes out a nice, beautiful butterfly. Right? Nice, beautiful butterfly which can fly around. Right? So this is a fact. If we can go into that cocoon now, if we can go into that cocoon, spend some time doing yoga, meditation and all that, and that cocoon is going to eventually break, and all of us are going to fly like those butterflies. So take this as an opportunity. This is an adversity, this is a hard time for all of us, but take this hard time as the best opportunity you will have to innovate, to become better. And this is the message I want all of you to take. And I want all of you to convey this message to all your friends and relatives. Because all of us are going through tough times, right? And this is a message we have to give everyone. And if we are doing this innovation, this year is going to be the best year ever. Right? So business have, almost come to a standstill last year. Right? Eventually it has to stop. And it has to come up. Right? And it will come up this year. And when it is going up, all of us should be ready mentally and physically to take advantage of the opportunities that it is going to give. Right? What we are doing here in holistic yoga is giving you that advantage, that mental and physical advantage, okay, to excel in your life. Right? Now we have got online classes happening every day. We have got on-site classes also happening every day. I encourage all of you to attend those classes every day. Don't miss out on classes. Right? We have got Kundalini Yoga classes happening, spiritual classes happening. Attend those classes. Okay? Teachers training programs happening. Attend those teachers training programs. Right? So, one thing about being a yoga teacher, you know what? When you start teaching, you become much, much better at doing yoga. Your progress in yoga is accelerated when you start teaching.